Guys, what is going on? Back up here for another video once again. As you all know, we are in WrestleMania season. The road to WrestleMania is being paved as we speak. 34 is coming up quickly. 23 days away, but of course, one of the most anticipated nights is the night after WrestleMania. I'm, of course, talking about the Raw and, respectively, SmackDown after WrestleMania episodes. They were usually the best ones of the year. And usually around this time, we get some notable call-ups from NXT. So in anticipation of that, I wanted to do a top 5 video of the top 5 superstars that I would like to see called up from NXT to the main roster. You guys can leave your own comments down below. I mean, make your own list or whatever. But these are the top 5 that I see getting called up to these respective brands. So, without further ado, let's start with number 5. Number 5, I have Ember Moon, and I believe she will be going to the Raw brand. I feel, with the loss of Asuka, who will most likely beat Charlotte and go to SmackDown Live, that leaves a void to be filled. I also think that there's a possibility of Carmella cashing in on the Raw Women's Champion. So, if you bring Ember Moon up, and I think she'll lose the championship to Shayna Baszler. She's had a nice run on NXT. I feel like she's ready to come up to the main roster and make an impact. I think she would be a great fit on either show. Obviously, we're going to see another draft with superstars going back and forth between Raw and SmackDown shortly after WrestleMania, but I see her debuting on Raw and staying on Raw. So Ember Moon is somebody that I would like to see called up from NXT to the main roster. Number 4 on my list is somebody that has been on the main roster, and I believe it's only a matter of time before we see him there again. I am, of course, talking about Drew McIntyre. I would not be shocked to see him come back to the main roster, just due to the fact that, he's been there before. Yeah, the 3MB stuff was a joke, and it didn't work out, and he went on his own, went to the Independents, TNA, eventually came back to WWE. I liked the work that he was doing in NXT. He won the NXT Championship. So based on this revamp, of the Drew McIntyre character and who he was really able to transform himself, I feel that now he's in a different place in his life. I've heard interviews with him before of how it wasn't ready at the time that he was getting that push as Vince McMahon's, remember, the Chosen One, and where that went. Well, that certainly didn't lead him anywhere good. But I feel now, when he comes back from injury, which is rumored to be shortly after WrestleMania, either he'll make an impact on NXT, or I could see him just getting shot up right to the main roster. So Drew McIntyre, I believe, would be going to the Raw brand. I feel like he would be a good fit on Raw. Either show, but I would like to see him on Raw. So that's why Drew McIntyre is my number 4 pick. Moving on here to number 3. I have a pair here, so I'm kind of cheating. So this is, 3A and 3B. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, who I predict will go to SmackDown Live. I like these two as an act. Really haven't seen much of them at all on NXT. I'm surprised that they're still down in developmental. But like I said, I think it's only a matter of time before they get called up. You add them to SmackDown Live. You also make some, transitions with, the main roster women as it is, because I feel both women's divisions need a shakeup. A shakeup. They need to be drafted. Screw the term shakeup. But I feel Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, they've been down in NXT for quite a while now. They would be a fresh act on the main roster, and we'll see how far they go. But yeah, why not add them to SmackDown Live? So that's my number 3 pick. Number 2, I have the Authors of Pain. No real surprise here. They've done it all in NXT. They've won the Tag Team Championships. They're in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. They've literally dominated each and every team, whether it was the Revival, DIY, Gable and Jordan. They've just torn through all the competition down there, and really, it's only a matter of time before they, I believe, will be added to the Raw Tag Team division that desperately needs them. SmackDown's good when it comes to the Tag Team division, but Raw is a little bit lacking, so I think come the Raw after WrestleMania, we will see the Authors of Pain called up to the main roster. And that's why they're my number 2 pick. And number 1, number uno numero, or uno, sorry, numero uno. If I get this is why I did not take Spanish in high school, folks. Put that on Botchamania. Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega. Great pair. To me, they are everything, that you need in a great heel combo. Zelina Vega. The addition of her, Andrade was talented as it was, but he really, he was sputtering early on in NXT. Then you did the heel turn. Then you linked him up with Zelina Vega as his mouthpiece. And boom, there you go. It's a perfect combo. You bring him up to the main roster, and I think he has all the potential in the world. He definitely has more potential than Alberto Del Rio, who I hope we never see in WWE again. Please don't bring him back. But that being said, I believe he will lose at NXT TakeOver New Orleans to Aleister Black, and I could see him getting called up shortly after. So those guys are my top 5 call-ups that I see coming from the NXT to the main roster on the post-WrestleMania episodes of Raw and SmackDown. What are your top 5? Leave those down below in the comments section. Also, be sure to click my like and subscribe button here on youtube.com/DanielGuys412 for all my latest thoughts. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at DanielGuys412. And until my next video, I will catch you guys in. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Thanks for watching, and take